So you're out in the town with your friends and you see the person of your dreams. You introduce yourself, you get the conversation flowing, you're saying all the right things, making all the right moves, and they are dropping hints that they are definitely interested. But then comes that time of night where they had to bounce and you do nothing. No, can I call you later? No, can I grab your phone number? No, let's meet up for a drink. Nothing, not a zilch. You just lost out on a huge opportunity because you let that journey end without suggesting the next step. Funny thing is, technology companies do the same thing with their opportunities by not suggesting the next step in their marketing collateral. What's up, everybody? My name is Massimo, and this is Design for Tech. For the past 20 years, I have been living a dream, operating a design company with a bunch of amazing people to help B2B technology companies be more human and look more global. We have worked with hundreds of B2B companies and have learned how engineers think, how technology works, what investors are looking for, and what consumers expect. And now we're here to share what we've learned back with the technology community. I want to talk about something today that is responsible for trillions of dollars in transactions, yet is something that is often overlooked. It is arguably the most important part of any consumer's journey, yet is something that people don't even have faith in and look twice at. It is the mightiest part of the entire marketing collateral. It is the call to action, otherwise known as the CTA. Now, while small and unassuming, the call to action has got giants like Google and Amazon and Shopify spending millions of dollars in research and dedicating teams towards this. Technology companies often assume that just a simple lead-in like "for more information" or a simple button that says "contact us now" will be good enough. While they are functional and in some cases may seem kind of logical, they're also kind of generic and lack that empathetic connection that's required with a strong CTA. Chances are they'll work if your target market is a bunch of emotionless zombies. There is more to the art of the call to action than one might think. A call to action isn't just a nice to have, it's a necessity. People want them, they expect them, they need that prompt to take that next step. They've invested their time and energy into learning about your brand, learning about your product. They're interested, they're engaged, they want to know what to do next. They need a finish line. It's kind of like reading a book without learning or seeing how it ends up with the last chapter, or watching a movie and ducking out before that final scene, or having the most amazing conversation with the person of your dreams only to not ask them for their phone number and continue it on another day. It makes it all kind of pointless. At zfactor, we follow a 3-step rule to make sure that a CTA is delivered just right. We make sure it's delivered at the right time, in the right place, with the right message. Check it out. Number 1, the right time. If you followed any of our other Design for Tech videos, which you should have, you'll know that we're a big fan of telling a story. In order for a call to action to be effective, you need to provide enough information leading into that call to action to make them feel comfortable to take that next step. Otherwise, it's going to feel too abrupt and jarring, which will probably make them pull back or bounce. It would be kind of like walking up to your dream mate and the first thing you say, even before introducing yourself, is, "Can I get your number?" Too soon, man. Too soon. Timing is everything with a call to action. Make sure they receive all the information they need in order to comfortably take that next step. A call to action is about controlling the journey, not just shooting for that sale. Number 2, the right place. While it may seem logical to drop a CTA after the last content block, the reality is there's many factors to think about on where to place the call to action. Think of the physical surroundings. If the space around the call to action is cluttered and busy, has got a lot of things going on, it's going to make that user feel overwhelmed, and it's actually going to make them feel hesitant on taking that next step. On the other hand, if the space is sparse and empty and lacking information, it's also going to make them insecure to take that next step, maybe even make them question your credibility. Think of the physical surroundings of this call to action. Think of it as a funnel coming down. You've given them the journey, you've taken them down this path. Now just pinpoint the information and help them take that next step. Make sure it's clear, make sure it's easy to find, and the contrast is there so there's only one place for them to go next to. And number 3, the right message. A call to action needs to compel people to take that next step. And logically, if you continue that journey that you've been delivering them through this, it'll happen. You don't want to jar them with something that's shocking, and you don't want to underwhelm them with something generic. Deliver them a message that's going to let them comfortably take that next step of the journey that you've led them. Let's go back to our soulmate scenario. You've had a great conversation all night, they've agreed to take your phone number, and as you write it down, you think you'd be smart and add an extra little note, and it says, how well do you think that's going to work? Consider using action words in your call to actions. Even use short phrases to compel them to take that next action. Be descriptive in what you want to say, just keep it short and brief. For example, if you're offering a cloud security service, maybe offer a benefit-driven call to action like improve your security today. Or if the journey you're leading them on is educational and you want them to have more information, then have the call to action say discover more or learn more. The call to action should complement, not contrast with your story. Trust me, a good call to action is not being too pushy. It's expected. And if you don't provide one to your customers, your competitors will. Now it's time for my call to action. My name is Massimo. Thanks for watching. If you like what you heard today, please hit that like button. And if you want to be notified of future videos, please hit that subscribe button. And by all means, if you want us to cover something, leave us a message. And remember, a good call to action delivered at the right time, in the right place, with the right message will definitely get you more conversions. It's like the cherry on top of a sundae, not a razor blade. Ugh, why did I just go there? That's just wrong.